Howdy friends, welcome back to another delicious episode of Rustic Country Comfort Cooking. Today's episode we are going to make an attempt at a delicious country dessert called Pear Cobbler. We're going to start off with 8 whole Bartlett pears. We're going to skin these, de-seed them, and cut them up into 1/4-inch slices. Alright, through the magic of time, we have managed to process our pears correctly. Got in a large mixing bowl. It's time for us to start adding the ingredients. Alright, so we're going to start with 1/3 cup of regular sugar. Next, we're going to add 1/3 cup of brown sugar. Next, 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. Half a teaspoon of cinnamon. And finally, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. So we're going to try to whisk these ingredients together as good as we can. Alright, we're going to take our mixture and we're going to sprinkle it over top of the pear mix. And we're going to stir this together to coat every bit of those pears. Alright, our last ingredient before we start adding other things is going to be a full cup of chopped pecans. See that? Nice and gently stir them in with all the rest of the stuff. Oh, you guys are missing out. The smell on this, delicious. We're going to take that mixture and we're going to put it in a 9x13 on-greased pan. This is a foil kind of pan, so it's disposable. Get all that good stuff in there. Oh yes, that syrupy, sugary goodness. Just kind of ladle it out so it covers the entire pan. Alright, now that we've got those pears with the pear filling and stuff all put into that on-grease pan, it's time to make up the topping. Alright, for the topping for this pear cobbler, we're going to start with 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/3 cup of brown sugar, 1/3 cup of regular sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, not soda, powder. Finally, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Alright, so we're going to take and we're going to whisk what we have together here. Remember, this is for the topping. Got all-purpose flour, the brown sugar, the regular sugar, baking powder, a little bit of salt, all the goodies in there. Next thing we're going to add to this mixture for our topping is a whole stick of butter cut into small pieces. Now, this is more difficult than I thought it was going to be. This is probably the trickiest part of this whole recipe. And I don't have a pastry blender, so there's nothing I can do about that other than to try to whisk this together as good as I can. Now, to top this off, we're going to take 1/3 cup of really hot water. And we're going to combine all that together. Time for us to spoon our mixture over our pears. Make sure all the pears are covered. Now, to top this all off, I have a small little container here that has 4 teaspoons of sugar and 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. And we're going to nice and gently sprinkle this over the top of this whole mixture. Alright, now that our Weber kettle grill has reached the temperature of 375, it's time to grab that cobbler, put it on indirect heat uncovered for 35 to 40 minutes or until golden brown. Alright, the time has arrived for us to snatch that cobbler out of that Weber kettle grill, bring it inside. It's going to be piping hot, and we're going to set it down and let it cool off for a little bit. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hot potato, hot potato. Ooh. Wow, look at that. pear cobbler. Ooh, the smell is just unbelievable. I've already stuck a toothpick in there. It's perfect, but it's 400 degrees and I don't want to ruin the top of my mouth biting into it, so we're gonna let it set for about 15 minutes, then we'll plate it up and give it a taste test. Oh boy, it's time. We're gonna cut ourselves off a little piece of this pear pecan cobbler. Remember, Rustic Country Comfort Cooking. Let's see where we're at here. Oh yes. Now I don't know how this is gonna be because I've never tried this recipe ever. I don't know how it's gonna come out of here, anything. Nice and easy, I guess, right? Oh man, that smells so good. Ooh. It's almost like a cobbler cake. Wow. Oh yes. That looks so freaking good. Oh, look at the steam come off it. Fresh right out of the grill. Oh, this is cobbler, cobbler, cobbler. And those pears, see that? And the bread, the cake. Oh, we got to get some of this in our mouth right now. Oh, you wish you were here.
Look at that. Oh. Oh.
Those pears are perfect. The flavoring, a little bit of crunch with the cobbler. Wow. What better way to enjoy this delicious cobbler than to have a little scoop of vanilla ice cream. Oh my gosh, I'm dreaming. I don't think there's anybody in the viewing area right now that wouldn't absolutely devour this. The smell is just so breathtakingly good. And let's get some of that ice cream in us with that cobbler. Ooh, that heaping helping right there. And you can see the pecans in there with the ice cream. Mmm. Mmm. I feel like I'm gonna cry. Whoa, wow, it's so good. Mmm. Oh my goodness. Easily eat yourself sick on this stuff. Mmm. Mm. 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 Well, it's no secret. You all know what I'm been eating for dessert all week. Mm. 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 That cobbler is just perfect. It's got a little bit of a crunch to it. Those pears. Oh my gosh. You wish you were here. Oh my goodness, that was so freaking good. I would eat the whole pan full if I didn't think I'd get sick or wouldn't have an appetite for dinner or anything like that stuff. So this is as good as it gets right here. You should go back and follow that recipe on what I did to make this all out of my home in my camper, and everything was authentically from scratch. That's going to do it for this installment of Rustic Country Comfort Cooking. Pear cobbler, oh my goodness. I'm not one to make desserts. I'm not very good at doing stuff like that. But I'll tell you what, whatever happened, it came out absolutely perfect. Those pears were just perfect. And then those pecans that were in there and all the rest of the goodies with the cobbler and stuff, try it sometime. I'll see you all in the next adventure. Take care.